Hello and welcome. Today we are stood outside the Lego house in Billund, Denmark, and we are about to take a loop around Billund. Now, I cannot remember what I filmed or which way I went or anything, so I am watching this back for the first time with you. I can remember the wind being horrific, and I think I ended up cutting the video short because it just got really bad. Then I started to run back before it started to pour down because I didn't want the stuff in my bag to get wet because I hadn't yet checked in. I had just been into the Lego house and filmed all the bits and pieces downstairs, and then the following day is when I came back and actually filmed everything inside the Lego house with my ticket. But we will have a look and a loop round. If there's anything in the comments below that you spot and that you want to know what it is, and obviously please do let us know in the comments below. I'll do my best to help. I very much believe that this sort of grey-ish building to the left-hand side where you've got all the flags and everything, that is where a lot of people do design some bits and pieces. So you've got like some Lego designers, and you've got people from a little bit further afield that will come in, because you're not allowed in there, but there is a lot of Lego employees. But at certain times of the year you can take a tour of either that building that's directly in front of the flag, so you can see an army of people walking out, or directly behind me there is another area of which is just full of complete Lego models and everything as well, and it carries around into a lot of Lego offices, and then carrying on from that is where the new Lego HQ and everything is. But we've gone down that way before, so there is a video available of me walking down there and getting sort of very lost like I normally do when I wander around. But you can see all the artwork, and you can see how clean and how cool this place is. So like I said, I don't know what's coming, I'm not going to lie, but we will. I know we walk up to the bakery and then we'll spin round. Now, there is a very special house coming to the right hand side, which is full of different bits and pieces. Now, this is an very expensive Lego architecture set. In the comments below, do you know what this house is? It's a very amazing thing, and it's one of those that you can just walk past it and miss it. So I don't know if a lot of tourists know that it's actually there. And if you're into your Lego, do you recognise what that house actually is? And it is a Lego set that they have made. So as I have said in a lot of the videos, this is now coming to the end of the day. I've already been into the Lego house and done some bits and pieces. The house is in the process of getting ready to close. I think it's about 4-ish o'clock in the afternoon. And so you can see everybody with their Lego bags making their way back to the cars and everything like that. So you'll see lots of people walking around. Now we will loop it, and I do believe I then walk down a place I've never been before, then realise where it was, and then we kick back, and then we just end up potentially doing the full square. Because I did actually then have the idea of trying to walk from here to the actual Lego factory. That was a complete bust just because of the weather and not actually knowing where the Lego factory was. I found the flags, but I couldn't find the actual building because obviously it's not in English. So I will do better with Google Maps next time. And then we then move on to the next video. So there was more plans to this video than this, but I thought we'll have a good explore, because we have done this in the glorious sunshine, but it was very much a case of a 2-minute loop. This is what, just over 15 minutes long. Never walked down this way before, had no idea where we're going, and then I realized that this is actually a different way to the takeout. So that is the name of obviously the takeaway shop. If you keep on going, you can then cross the road, and then you will see that there is another big supermarket just there. That was filmed on the way in on one of the other videos, so we'll now come back around and loop it back out. Hopefully, if I'm clever enough, I'll kick up and then just walk in a straight line. We'll walk past the sports shops, and then I think there's a new sports shop after that as well. Everything in the middle is just the Lego house, because it's almost like a big rectangle. So the Lego house is smack in the middle. All the other businesses are sort of in a rectangle shape around the outside of it. And then out on the outside of that rectangle is then where you've got a load of houses and other little bits and pieces like that. But this is it. This is the main town. So some of the units, I'm afraid, have obviously gone under because of COVID, which is such a shame. So I do remember this one having it over Christmas when I came in 2019. They had an amazing Lego window display, because they had the original Lego train going around on the train tracks, which is, again, that's such an expensive set now. It's a real shame to see some of the businesses had gone, but then some of them had there were some new ones as well. So there were some new places that had opened up. This is one of the really nice sports shops. I've been in here loads of times before, and the staff are really, really friendly. So if you ever need to get yourself some spare clothes or anything like that, this is the one that I've been in multiple times before. But then there is another one that's just opened up, probably 3 or 4 units down. So that was a new one. There seems to be a 24/7 gym that looks like it's opened up as well. That I think must have opened up maybe 2021. Because it wasn't there in 2019, and I wouldn't imagine it would have opened up in 2020 with COVID. But again, if you're local and you've accidentally stumbled across this video and you want to fill in the blanks for everybody, then please let everybody know. But you can see what I mean now about that is the Lego house, that whole huge thing. We've done a big roof tour, we've done loads of bits and pieces with regarding the Lego house. Now that is in the Home of the Brick playlist. So if you want to see more about the Lego house, internally, externally, all the Lego sets and everything like that, that is the playlist for you. There is lots of other playlists available with regards to all the other Lego playlists, and then there'll be some more surprising playlists hopefully to come by the end of this year for 2022. And now this one will be in the accommodations and how to get around playlist, which I don't really know what else to call it. So that's where they're going to be. This is where it's going to be dumped to. There's lots and lots of nice eateries about. Easily grab all the food you need. So there's a pizza and steak and grill. Further down there, that is where you've got the takeout. That's where we were originally walking and spun around and came back out. This green artwork, I think this is the newer one. I've not seen this one before, so this is the first time I've walked around it, and it says Sport 24 Outlet. So I think it's Sport 24 Gym that's opened up as well, and you can see that they're both side by side, but I don't know if Sport 24 is a bit like our Sports Direct in the UK, for example, so I will have to go in there next time and have a look around. Like I said, instead of me fighting time or fighting batteries, this time it's very much a case of fighting the weather. So I wanted to get into the accommodation, get everything out of my bag before the batteries and everything got soaked, because I've still got everything on me from when I got off the plane, because I haven't yet checked into the hotel and I've only got a little backpack. So that is why it's not very much a case of walking in every single shop, nor would you with a camera either. So again, that's still the Lego house. The Lego house is still on the middle, and we're just doing a loop around the outside of that. On the other side of these shops, that's all houses. So that's what I meant about it's sort of a rectangle shape around the Lego house of businesses, and then it's an external rectangle shape again of all the houses and things like that. Now, obviously, I will be pointing the camera down. When we walked past a load of people, there was a gentleman loading a washing machine into a really, really small car, I do believe. So there's a couple of people trying to squish it into the boot on that one. So hopefully they managed to get it in okay. And you can see now that we are coming past, there's the washing machine is just there, so we're coming past all sorts of different ones. Now this, I do believe I find the slide. I think this is where it's going to start getting exciting for people. I find a slide and I decide to go down it, and that is, so there's the slide. That is the slide that is next door to the toy shop. That video should have already been uploaded, and if you have been watching these videos in order, when we came from the landing to here, this is the way I actually walked down. So I thought, right, don't think I've ever filmed this bit before, so we're going to come up, loop it around the top, and there's a surprising amount of bits and pieces up at the top with regards to, again, having things for the little ones to play with, which is always good fun. I have tried to film this at night, and I put it all together, went to watch it back, and it was so bad I just deleted the file, because you just couldn't see a thing. It was with completely the wrong camera, and that would have been in October last year, so that was a massive schoolboy error. But we're here again back in the daytime, so you can see absolutely everything that is going on. So we'll walk up these stairs, you get a nice little view, so you're a little bit higher up from the top, and there's a lot of water underneath, and then you have all sorts of different bits. So you've got some little trampoline bits, you've got some bits and pieces for the little ones to play on, and it's just out the way. There's a little lift there, so you can get your pushchairs and the wheelchairs up, and I do believe this is on top of the pharmacy roof. I think I'm still on top of the pharmacy roof. If not, it's the building next door. And that road there, it's just a main artery down, and then again you can loop it round and into the front of the Lego house. This is also the road that you would cross over from when you come out of the sculpture park. So there's plenty of videos available for the sculpture park, and especially that I filmed on this one. But you can see, testing out all the little bits and pieces. It's got to be done. And this, I've no idea what that's supposed to be. I don't know if it's just supposed to be shade, or it's just a bench, or it's something fancy. I no idea. It looks far too complicated for me. And then I took the risk. I thought, well, it's got to be open. There's going to be one or two things that's going to happen. I'm going to fall through, or just carry on. So obviously, for the sake of YouTube, we will carry on, and then we go down the slides, which is nice and exciting for me and nobody else. But we do obviously fall down to where the toy shop is, so the actual toy shop itself, it's worth trying to hunt it down in the Lego store playlists, because that had the biggest sale that I've ever seen of new Lego sets. So there's the staircase. I was umming and ahhing whether to go down, and I just thought, right, why not? I was actually not going to bother, but I thought, right, give it a go. I won't say anything. And there we have it, like a boss. And then that's the toy shop. In that display, annoyingly, I didn't spot it on this part of the video. There was actually some really massive full Lego scale models on the inside. So if I can, I'll just add it into the video right at the end of this, and then you can just see what I mean as the outro is coming out. Staircase to my left is the steps that you could have just walked down, and then all of this now is sort of, it looks like it's more housing up top, because some of these have just recently sort of popped up. So like I said, I've just been doing these big sort of rectangles. I like how it's really easy to follow everything on the floor, and there's plenty of water to follow, plenty of places to sit down and eat. And I do believe, again, the Lego house will be to the left. It's always going to be on your left, I think. And then you've got all the buildings on the outside. So with the time that we've got left, like I said, I have no idea which way I walk. Yeah, there's the Lego house. So that's the big building just there. So that massive white thing is still in the middle. And then we will kick off whichever way we're going to kick off now, and then start walking back down. Right, there's about 5 minutes left, so I'm going to get it in early. You guys, if you can like and subscribe and all that good stuff, that'd be absolutely fantastic. I would love to see all of this over the Halloween period, because I think all of the shops will have all the pumpkins and everything out and everything else like that. So if I can do a comparison either at Halloween or Christmas, I will do. So keep your eyes peeled for that. If this has come out after that, ignore what I'm saying, because it's just how many videos are backlogged up to actually get out. You can see there's plenty of building work currently going on. It'd be very interesting to see if that's going to be houses or more sort of office complexes, because a lot of the buildings to the right hand side, they've all been opening up since the Lego house obviously opened up as well. There's a very, very interesting documentary about the Lego house and the full history of it on Netflix as well, I do believe. If not, it will be available on the Lego YouTube page as well. I think I've seen it. This I hadn't seen before, unless it's just because it's not on. I'm pretty sure this was under construction last time I came in, so it'd be very interesting to see what that does. But it does look like it's been well used since the time that I've not been there. And then you've got all of these, again, more sort of slopes and ramps and either bits and pieces you can play on or sit on. Now we will walk up. Now this is the bit that we have walked down as a group many times before, because this is the main way I walk in and back away from the Lego house when I'm filming the sculpture park videos. But instead of going into the sculpture park this time, I then turn right and we'll walk down the front of the bits and pieces that are left to see. Big Teddy Bear Museum to the left hand side, so if you're just wondering where the bearings and everything are, those bins are pretty cool because they are for the house owners, and I've seen somebody use it. They have like a little fob and it opens up for general rubbish, another fob for recycling and everything. So it's a pretty cool thing. But again, there's always seating about. There's plenty of places to sit down. The left-hand side, there's brickwork and the plantation. That is all to do with the Teddy Bear Museum. There'll be a nice monument on the left-hand side. Again, you can see lots of building work on the right-hand side just there. So we'll have a quick look at this one. This is quite a cool thing. I think I've only filmed this one at the time. Every other time I've tried to film it, it's been at night and it's been pouring down. But that is a Legend is Born monument, which we had a much better look at the last time I came in. I think it's just starting to rain, so that's why I'm now starting to pick up the pace a little bit as I'm walking. But the video that follows this, I do end up trying to speak to the camera, and it is absolutely madness. But that is, if that's something that you're into, again, there's all the videos to come and also still available to watch, which is from the Legoland Holiday Village as well, and they are available within its own playlist. So if you are, again, trying to stay or thinking of coming to Billund, hopefully I've tried to get all the bases covered for everybody. And like I'm saying, it's trying to get the bases covered for everybody across the board going to any of the Lego parks around the world. That is the challenge. That is what I want to try and do. But we will see what we can do over the next sort of 6 to 12 months and just see how the channel grows. And if it's not feasible, then obviously it won't continue. But it's still a good hobby to do. So we'll see what we can do. We've got about a minute left, guys, so if you can like and subscribe again and all that good stuff, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Plenty of videos for all the bits and pieces that you're seeing now regarding the sculpture park. That's that bit, and some other bits and pieces that we will be walking past and seeing. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You guys take care, and I hope to catch you in the next one.